Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by Magna, magna.com/careers, with support from LaFontaine Chevy, Buick GMC, where you get the family deal, by Murphy Inn, restaurant and hotel in St. Clair, by LaFontaine Ford, where you get the family deal, and by North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way, and by CTV, Community TV in Marine City in St. Clair. Now let's join our announcers for more East China Sports.
Test, test.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2023 St. Clair High School Marching Saints. The Marching Saints are 125 members strong, with students who participate in every sport and student activity. Now, please join us in welcoming the 2023 St. Clair High School varsity football team to the field.
At this time, we would like to welcome the parents of our student athletes onto the field. Student athletes get a lot of credit for the dedication, strength, and sacrifice that they show, and they fully deserve that credit. However, they are not the only ones showing dedication, strength, and sacrifice. St. Clair Athletics would like to say thank you to the parents of our student athletes who are the silent strength behind that success. We thank you for the hours that you spent in the car driving to practices and competitions. Thank you for giving up your evenings and weekends. Thank you for loving your athletes, whether they win or lose. Thank you for managing schedules so that your athlete is always where they need to be. Thank you for being brave in the face of injuries and setbacks. Thank you for your patience when practice runs long. Thank you for encouraging your athlete to keep going when they need that extra push. Thank you for caring about your athlete's happiness and well-being. Thank you for believing in your athletes, and ultimately, thank you for your constant support. Through high school athletics, you are providing your student athletes with incredible life lessons that will serve them well throughout the rest of their lives. Win or lose, they are building character directly because of your support and effort.
We are proud to be joined at the north end of the field by our color guard from the Charles Fulton American Legion Post in St. Clair to present the colors of the United States of America. The Marching Saints now invite you to stand as we honor America with the performance of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could please draw your attention to the video board as we show you what this great rivalry will now be playing for.
This is a press conference to unveil the Denny White Trophy. Denny White was a longtime coach, friend, mentor.
Not much can unify rivals. Coach White's influence goes beyond that rivalry. It is awesome that someone had such an influence across the board with all local athletes, multi-sport. That influence will be forever ingrained that he coached across with. That influence will be ingrained with all the players he touched.
His lessons and his lighthearted humor are just something that you can't replace.
And you realize that he wasn't known for just being a baseball coach. He was known for being a football coach as well. Him and Mal coached for years together. And the one thing that, from the movie, they say there's no crying in baseball. Well, there was always a lot of laughing in baseball. There was a lot of laughing in football, too. When
heroes get remembered, Coach White will be remembered. Family, friends, and legends never die. Ask the athletes he had an influence on. His legacy will live on.
Ladies, let's play for the Denny White Trophy.
Saints won the toss. They deferred. Marysville's going to receive at the south end of the end zone.
Just about ready to get started. We had some pre-game festivities, so we're probably getting a little late start for the introduction, but here we go. The kickoff's up. And they try onside kick or a deep squib. Ball's on the ground.
Looks like the Saints have it.
The Saints have it.
Nice kick.
I guess it'll come down if we could see who actually had better hands, but certainly St. Clair was at the ball first. But it looks like Marysville did recover the ball.
Well, I thought the two Saints had it.
As I said, I'm Bill Nesbitt. I'm sitting next to Steve Mott. We're filling in for the real pros, Brad Robbins and Tom Brenner, who couldn't be here tonight. Last game of the 23 season.
Last home game?
Last home game of the I'm sorry, yep, last home game of the season.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can do Tom and Brad all right tonight. We'll do our best. We're both rookies.
And Marysville comes out in their typical for years wing tee set with a little slot. under center. The motion. And a quick, what one might call a dive or belly to fullback to the weak side.
23. Looks like Aiden Rulo made the tackle for the Saints.
Going to give us a 2nd and 7.
Hunter Likens is the Marysville quarterback, number 4.
Again, the Marysville comes out, and it's this time to a
double wings. Off tackle.
Off tackle number 3, their halfback. That's Carter Sakuchi. Big gain down inside the 40-yard line. Going to bring him first down at about, looks like the 37-yard line.
That was just a simple off tackle play. Nice pull by the guard of Marysville. Kick out. Really got to be able to stop the run right off the bat. Force Marysville to throw the ball.
And this is going to come back down to what they've been doing for years. They sometimes got away from it, but using some misdirection and some deception. Get under center again. This time a lead.
Nice tackle.
And the halfback leads through for the fullback. A gain of maybe 2, going to give us a 2nd and 8.
I had a hard time reading those numbers on the Saints jerseys, Bill. Looked like the middle linebacker. I'd like to give him credit if I can read his number.
Yeah, it really is with it being dark. Again, to give to Sakuchi off the right side after
looks
a
like he's going to be a yard or 2 short. Well, maybe they're going to give it to him.
It's right at the sticks. Maybe I haven't seen him move him yet. They haven't marked it yet to move it.
Looks like it's going to be inches. The referees aren't really helping us out here. It's like inches.
Yep, third and just inches. But yes, Steve, it is difficult to see the Saints numbers. A, it's dark out. B, the numbers don't really contrast real well on their jerseys. And for me personally, I got old eyes. I don't have my glasses with me, so I can see the Marysville numbers pretty well, but I can't really see the Saints numbers.
That was first down. Bryce G made the tackle, even though Marysville got the first down.
Yeah, it's give him a first down on the 21 going in. So far, Marysville's had a pretty nice opening drive. Saints hopefully on their sideline looking for at least a stop. They bend but don't break. Can get back
nice there.
Back to Sakuchi. This time they finally had to answer.
Shut down that play. I think that was Cooper Pennywell that made that play. Getting back to Bryce G, 42 linebacker. I had his dad and his uncle play for me back in the day. That's how old I am, Bill.
Yeah, I saw his dad when we went down to the field. I remember I was coaching with you at that time, and his dad was one heck of a tough player.
Good player.
As is Bryce. Tough like his dad.
Yeah, good player.
Brings up 2nd and 7, it looks like, on about the 18-yard line.
It's a good time for play action, but I'm not calling the plays.
They go again with that lead play off the left side. Give to the fullback right behind the halfback. Down inside the 15. Looks like it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4. I got to believe it's going to be. This is 4 down territory.
Sure.
In other words, 2 more downs to get this, Coach.
Yeah, Marysville's playing for a 6 wins, 7 wins to get in the playoffs. So I imagine they got to play to win every game.
Again, Likens under center, double wing formation. This time they come right back to Sakuchi again off the right side. He makes a nice kid at the line of scrimmage.
Like he's in there.
Bounces it outside, and he scampers in for the score, making it 6-0 Marysville. We'll try to look at the replay here and see if we can see exactly what happens. They do a nice job, Marysville, of caving that down with a couple of down blocks and a double team.
Backside guard Logan Johnson did a nice job pulling. It's probably the 4th time they ran that play in that series there.
And again, that was just a nice job of giving that nice little fake to the fullback to draw on the linebacker. That you saw the tackles kind of cave down for that. Snaps down for the extra point. Looks like it's split the uprights, and it's 7-0 Marysville.
Well, that's too bad. Looks like we had the onside kick covered, and Marysville wins the battle in the pile there and drives it down.
Yeah, and that's one of those, after a game sometimes, during games people say this is a key play. You never know what it is till afterwards, but that can turn out to be one. As you said, it could have been a big momentum right off the get-go with Saints having good field position, and Marysville winds up recovering and maintaining. Actually got some momentum with a nice drive down the field.
Okay, Saints are going to have to return the favor here. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments and see what they do the next series out, but Saints offense turn. Hopefully as the night gets darker, we'll be able to read these numbers on the St. Clair uniforms. If we haven't mentioned, this game's being played for the Denny White Trophy. First annual goes to the winner of this game from now on. What a great honor. Denny was a great baseball coach at St. Clair for a number of years, graduated from Marysville in 1963, and a valuable role model for a lot of kids in the whole community. So congratulations to the Denny White family for this great trophy.
And like you said, Stephen, it's more than just the St. Clair community. It was really the whole area, but Marysville and St. Clair particularly, because he graduated from Marysville and has a distinct honor of winning a state title at Marysville in football as a player and then winning a state title at St. Clair in baseball as a coach. So it's a great connection between the two cities, and a lot of surrounding area kids as well have had Denny as a mentor, as a coach, as a pitching coach, and a real life mentor. And what a great and appropriate tribute to have a trophy named after him for these two schools in this yearly rivalry game.
Absolutely.
Nice kick down to about the 5-yard line. It's fielded. Nice clean catch. Brings it out to about the 24. And I couldn't quite see who that was. I think it was Peyton Ellis, but I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, that was Peyton. Did a nice job. The ball was a little deeper than he had expected, but was able to use those baseball skills and turn his shoulders a little bit and get himself in good position. So Saints are going to take over on the 25, as you said, Steve. First and goal on the 25. And let's see how St. Clair can answer the call to Marysville's opening drive.
Well, I don't think you can get away from your offense. Whatever you plan,
yeah,
the first few plays you got to go with no matter what the score is. So let's see what the Saints have here.
And they're
got to reverse.
Okay, they went to reverse out of the gun. They had an opening over there. That's Nesbitt. Bounces to the outside. He's down inside the 40 to the 30. Does he have the speed to pull away? He's slowly pulling away, and he's going to score.
Touchdown.
And he's going to glide in for 6 on Saints' first play of the game.
I believe that's Cam Kaminsky, Bill.
No, I think that was Liam Nesbitt, number 9.
Number 7.
We'll see the replay. I believe that was Liam, number 9.
Number 9, not number 1.
Yep, he was the right side flanker.
Nice play. Good call by Coach Bishop there.
It really was a great call, and they've set that up in previous weeks with that same formation, the same motion, and running speed option to the side where the motion was going towards, and I think that really set the defense up well. So well executed and well prepared and designed over the last few weeks.
Yep, I think you look at your own game film and see what your tendencies are, and teams base their defense on your tendencies, and then you change it up. Great call. Nice run by Liam.
And that's a case, not only was it a nice run, but that's a case where kids overcome their genetics, because he's much faster than his father was. His father would have been caught at the 50-yard line probably by the backside defensive tackle. So it was nice to see him be able to get those long legs out there and stretch them.
Or his father would have been a pulling guard. Well, talking about getting back to Denny White, we got a timeout here by Marysville. My two boys were lucky to play for Denny in baseball at St. Clair, and tell you what a great man and mentor he was to all the young kids, and my boys really respected him as well.
And he was not just a mentor, as you know, to the kids, but he was a mentor to the adults and the coaches and the teachers in the building. There's so many stories that many other coaches and teachers have about how much he was able to bring to their lives. And we see the extra point is blocked. It looked like just took a little long to get that off. And they had some seepage through the middle, it looked, of the hole.
Yeah, it looked like Ben Lavalle got through there, number 6 for Marysville. Got the block. That's all right. That's a nice answer by St. Clair after that long drive to Marysville. See if the defense now can get a stop this series and force a punt so we can get back.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly the exclamation point after the touchdown you'd like to get, but nonetheless, as you said, a great answer. And now both teams back really on even footing.
Yep. Again, St. Clair's coming in at 1-5, and Marysville's at 4-2 this year. St. Clair would love to win this game for bragging rights and winning that trophy, and kind of try to finish the season strong in the next 2 games. And obviously Marysville's feels they got a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, and like you said, and for St. Clair, that's probably not in the cards for them, but certainly a win against a rival that's having a strong season. Puts a little more bounce in your step, a little more starch in your shorts for the next week of practice. Okay, St. Clair getting ready to kick off. Put the ball right in the middle of the field.
Looks like LaValle's deep, number 6. Another onside kick.
Recovered by Marysville, this time cleanly at the 45-yard line. Again, I don't know if that's necessarily an onside. It looked like it was a squib, but just didn't get much into it. I think it's a new kicker for them. They a few weeks ago, Connor Gunn was the kicker, got injured, and I think he had somebody else last week. I'm not sure. So maybe just working through the kinks of how to effectively get that onside through the front line and a little deeper onto the field.
Logan Johnson's the one to recover that for Marysville. We'll give him a little credit. Offensive lineman comes up with some hands. Okay, now let's see if we can solve that off-tackle problem.
Well,
same
go
play.
Right back to the play, and they still get a little bit of bounced out.
Better job.
He rallied to the ball a little more effective there, but still give him a 3-yard gain. Makes it 2nd and 7. It's kind of a wash of a play. The offense would like to get at least 3, but usually 4 yards, and defense like to hold them to 2, so at 3, it's almost like a push.
I think that was Ryan Pettinger, 44, with the tackle. Hope I'm getting those names right. Again, apologize. It's hard to read those numbers, and I want to be fair to everybody who makes a tackle, makes a play.
And it's nice to see Ryan Pettinger back on the field. He's been down for a couple weeks, so getting healthy.
There's a quick pitch
out to, I'm not sure who that is, but he crosses into Saints territory.
Again.
Okay, crossing the Saints territory down to about the 42-yard line.
First down. So Marysville's heavy run right now, Bill. I think the defense better be ready for a pass at some point here, even though they've been successful running the ball, catch them off guard.
And if I recall Marysville, like you recall Marysville, and Coach Meyer's been there a long time, if we're looking for a pass at some point, it's likely to be that boot that's been so successful for them. And great kudos to them to be able to have something they can.
Unbalanced to the right now, heavy to the right.
It's a little bit of confusion with their wing.
Nice job, nice play.
This time right to go back to that off-tack play to the right, but he couldn't even get there. Had to cut up early into a pile of Saints defenders. Gain of 0, it looks like. Back, it's going to be.
Looks like Avery Cody, 16, was in on that.
Make it 2nd and 10.
That was a nice adjustment. They put the tackle on, both tackles on the same side there. And ran only one guy back to the center and tried to run back that way. And the whole defensive line did a nice job.
This time they did pull
another off tackle.
Nice
there
job.
We go.
Again, stopping it. Now they've maybe found and made an adjustment, or sometimes it's a matter of the kids doing a better job of reading their keys and trusting them. But nonetheless, it's twice in a row now. They've done a nice job, the Saints have, of shutting that play down, making it 3rd and 8.
Usually in practice, you run that play over and over, and that's their favorite play. But the speed changes when the game comes, and it takes a couple of plays, like you said, to get used to the speed of how the real offense runs it.
Yeah, it's a great point. I'm sure St. Clair practiced it all week, but going against the team that knows how to do it, he's going to roll out to the strong side, flips it out.
Oh, nice.
Off the hands of Sakuchi, a little high, but he couldn't corral that, so they'll make it 4th and 8.
I think he still would have been short anyway. Peyton Ellis was right there. He might, even if he caught it, he might only got a couple of yards. That's a nice job by the Saints defense, forcing them to punt.
That would have been interesting, though, to see if what they'd have done on 4th down had they caught, or if they get inside the around the 35, is it now 4-down territory and go for it? But now, nice job by the Saints of getting that stop to force that punt, as you said.
Yeah, I think Coach Myers is a little bit of a gambler. I think he would have done what Dan Campbell does. He would have went for it if it was
I think
reasonable.
so.
Now we got to catch this punt.
Number 2, Hunter Likens is back for the punt. A nice punt, gets it down inside the 10 where Peyton Ellis fair catches. So if they flip the field, if nothing else, and it's a long way for Saints to try to get a mount a drive.
Nice job by Peyton, because you don't know, you let that go and they get it at the 1 yard line or something.
And that's something that's changed since, Steve, since we coached together way back when everybody had dirt fields. Inside the 8, when the ball was going to hit on the 8, or you said let it go. Nowadays, you got to catch in the 5 because it dies in that soft rubber, and the ball oftentimes does not get to the end zone if it hits in the 5.
For sure.
So now kids will catch it at the 5 yard line, when in our day we would have gone nuts. Okay, Saints again in shotgun. Slot to the left, single flanker to the right. He's going to throw. It was a quick hitch. Outside to Nesbitt.
Nice job.
Gain of about 6 yards.
Yeah, that's a good 6 yard play to get out of the hole back there in the 10.
And a nice decisive throw by Farkas. He seemed very comfortable and confident back there. Got it out on time and on rhythm before defensive back could rally to the ball.
Yeah. That puts you in a situation where you can run or pass right now and keep Marysville. You're not going to be able to run reverses all day for touchdowns. You got to be able to get your offense in a rhythm that you like to play.
And I think that's what they have now, because they have employing a fullback now, so probably something coming downhill just to get 2-3 yards here to make it a short, more manageable third down. But Marysville did a nice job at the point of attack, and it's a gain of nothing here, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 from the same spot we just were.
Mason Delore came up from his defensive back position to hold us. See, what did you say, a yard you gain here? So
I think it's no gain. It's still on the 16, so it brings it
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Again, they have 2 backs in the backfield, but still in gun. They do give the ball just shy. Looks like he's about to get it, and somebody reached out.
Brought down by an arm tackle. 64, Hunter Crims brought him down with an arm tackle. So
I think that was Jacob Luther. I couldn't be sure, but it looked like Jacob Luther. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, and you see a horde of numbers coming in for the red team. So it looks like St. Clair is going to punt, and rightfully so in this situation. You cannot afford to give them the ball with that short of a field.
Yeah, it looks like, looking at the Marysville records, that they won 4 games, and their defense only gave them 29 points in those 4 games. The games they've lost, they've been shut out. Their offense hasn't done anything, so their defense might be pretty good.
As St. Clair wants to do, they shift their offensive line to one side prior to the punt to get a few more people at the point where they're going to punt it to.
Off the side of the foot.
Kind of shank a little to the right side. Look at a nice little bit. Oops. Got it now at about the 36, 37-yard line. So it didn't quite flip the field or even come close. They were open, but it did get the ball at least advanced another 15, 20 yards. And that's the big difference, again, between high school and the pros.
Yeah, when you can change the field with a 50-yard punt.
Yeah, 50, 60-yard punt. Sometimes, very commonly in high school, you might get a 15, 20, 25-yard punt, and your good ones oftentimes are 35. So here we go. Marysville has the ball back again at the 37, this time starting inside the Saints' territory.
Yeah, I don't see Coach Myers changing much of their game plan. They're going to continue to run the ball, see if the Saints can stop them.
Again, a double wing, but really running a wing T offense out of the double wing. Puts Kushi in motion.
Off tackle to the fullback. Nice play.
Nice fill there. I'm not sure, again, who that was. But a gain of nothing again. Nice fill by the linebacker here. Actually, looks like might have lost a year or two.
I think it was 55, Bill.
That's Larry Warziniak, and he's been making plays all year, Coach. He's really done a nice job. Last week at their road game, he was all over the field and really had some violent hits, which I like to see.
That's a tackle, 2-yard loss, and that was a nice form tackle by that young man, reading the play.
So that'll bring us 2nd and 12.
Yeah, first time Marysville's been behind the sticks right now.
They go right back to their off-tackle play. They had a nice guard leading the way. Breaks through. He stumbles a little bit. Someone's in pursuit. He's going to score. Scampers in all the way from the 38-yard line for the score.
Same play they scored the first touchdown on, 61 pulling, leading up.
Did a real nice job of getting that lead block, and then Sakuchi slips a little bit of a reaching tackle and then outraces Nesbitt into the end zone for the touchdown. Like you said early on, Steve, as an offense, you do what you do, and that's something Marysville for many years back in at least 60s and 70s, that's been a staple of their program. And, for a while they got away from it when they had different type of kids or different talent at the time, but that's a staple, and they do it well, and it works. It's really come to fruition so far in this game.
And it seems to be running to the right all the time, so I'm assuming those two tackles on the right, tackle and guard on the right side with 61 Logan Johnson pulling around.
And that's been, again, that's something they've done for a lot of years. They have what you used to call their power guard and their quick guard. And so the quick guard tends to do a lot of the trapping, and they run behind the power guard, and it's working right now very effectively. So after, with about a little over 2 minutes, 2:22 left in the first quarter, Marysville's up 14-6 as we get ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, we got to keep this drive for the whole remainder of the first quarter here and keep possession and turn around in the second quarter and try to match them. Can't get too far behind.
And not just too far behind the scoreboard, but as you mentioned a minute ago, too far behind the sticks. We need they really need to get some kind of field position off that kickoff, because as you know, calling plays, it's a whole lot more difficult calling plays from the 10-yard line than it is coming out versus the 35, 40, or 50.
For sure, absolutely.
And this is going to be a real short kick out, only to the 30, and he finds a little bit of crease.
Some good position here, nice.
He turns out to the 38-yard line, so there you go. Saints are going to have good field position. And, sometimes people will see a kick like that and say, why did he decide to do that? Maybe it was designed, and sometimes as kids, they just kick low on the ball, accidentally, and it winds up coming short. I don't know if he was trying to do a pooch kick or if he just didn't quite make the contact he was expecting.
Avery Cody did a nice job catching the ball anyway and getting 2 or 3 more yards. And as you said, we're starting at the 37, not the 10. And people don't know they can fair catch that ball, and also they don't have to return it.
Okay, Saints again in gun with 2 backs, one to his left and one in the pistol formation. He's going to go play action. Looks like he's looking up top. Now he's coming underneath to Cooper Pennywell.
That was a nice pass.
Yes, it was a nice pass. He was reaching a little bit at the fingertips and couldn't corral that. And Cooper really has done a nice job this year making those catches. That was tough, but I'm sure one that he feels he should have caught.
Yeah, Ben had Marysville had nice coverage on Cooper, and Ben put it the only place it could be, and just off the fingertips. So it was a nice play.
We'll bring a 2nd and 10 from the 37. I see Braden Shaw coming off right now. He's the left split end. Well, on the pregame when they came on in the field, he one of the kids that fell down after hitting the banner and fell down and got tumbled a little bit. So unfortunately, he was actually injured
Friendly
in pregame.
Fire. Go. Oh, nice tackle.
Really nice tackle. Look at a little bit of crease, made a nice cut, and then I don't know who that was. But
Ben Lavallee made a nice, came up from his defensive back position and just clipped his legs.
Upended Jacob Luther, yeah.
There was a hole there by the offensive line. Got to get to that next level of blockers so those DBs can't come in. Like I said, Marysville's defense has played pretty well this year. They've only given up 29 points in two of their wins, and then they just couldn't do anything offensively in their 2 losses.
Bring us up a 3rd and 9. This time they have a slot to their right side. It's been to the left prior to this point, but the slot man goes in motion. That's Peyton Ellis. Little play action. Now they're going to go to a quick pass.
Play.
Pop pass to the tight end. It looks like Cooper Pennywell makes a nice catch. He's rumbling down, dragging the defender down inside the 25 to about the 25-yard line. Real nice play. Nice execution.
That was a nice play. We did a little motion behind.
We see the replay. Cooper Pennywell gets a real nice clean release. I'm sure their coaches are going to be talking to their defensive end at the next adjustment, remind them they've got to get hands on that tight end so he doesn't get that quick release. But he did a nice job of release.
It's hard to miss Cooper out there. That was definitely poor coverage breakdown by the secondary of Marysville. But Saints will take it. We're on the 25-yard line. 56 seconds to go in the half. It's first quarter, so let's keep this going.
Little slot left this time, single back. In the gun, put their flanker in motion. They're going a little bit of option to the right. Peyton slips a first tackle or two. And really did a nice job being able to get back to the line of scrimmage and actually pick up a yard, because he had a hand on him about 2 yards deep into the backfield. To be able to gain a yard was good work by him. So it brings the 2nd and 9.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Bishop wants to do. He doesn't have to snap the ball. He can wait if he wants to, but it looks like he's going to run another play here.
And that's pretty common, I guess. If you're behind, you take every second you get.
Sure.
If you have the lead, you want to
and the
use
winds,
that clock.
There's no weather problems right now, so you can get these extra plays in no matter which way you're going.
A tight bunch to the left this time. They're going to throw. You see a quick flip out here to Nesbitt on a quick out. Again, nice timing on it. It's not designed for a big play, but nice job to get about 4 or 5 yards. Looks like it'll be at the maybe 20-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 5, which, again, 2 down territory. Now we're very manageable.
Because he went out of bounds. Oh, they're going to wind the clock, so I guess it's the end of the – I thought he went out of bounds, and they should have probably stopped the clock. But
okay. And I was wrong. It was down at the 21. So, but still, it's 3rd and 6, much more manageable when you have 2 downs to get it.
Yeah, definitely. It's got to be 4-down territory for Coach Bishop.
All right, so at the end of the first quarter, it's 14-6 Marysville. St. Clair on the move. I believe now we're going to take a break for our sponsors.
Thought about changing your job, finding a place to work that's close to home, a place that cares about you and your family? Well, Magna's hiring.
Hi, my name is David McCurdy. I work here at the Magna Electric Vehicles in St. Clair. I am a leak test lead working for production. Really enjoy coming to work every day. New opportunities and different challenges each and every day. If you're looking for a great place to work, you got a great group of people here from the top down. The culture is amazing. There's lots of opportunities to move up, and we're still growing.
When a company can be identified on a global scale by revealing nothing but the shape of its logo, it's considered an iconic brand. For over 100 years, the Chevy bow tie remains just that, iconic. The mark of a cultural phenomenon, connecting work hard, play hard loyalists from across the globe and right here at home. To experience the Chevy phenomenon and find new roads, visit LaFontaine Chevrolet Buick GMC.com today.
All right, we're back. I'm sorry, we're back. Sorry, we missed that first play. The quarter timeout was slower than those than our sponsorships. But we're back. It's 4th and it looks like 6. No gain, and the Saints ran the ball on 3rd down there. So it's going to be 4th and 6 from the 21-yard line.
I don't know, do you look for Cooper here on this 4th and 6, or obviously it's going to be a passing down? I would assume.
Got to believe it is. He's going to roll.
Max protection here. Going to the
end
zone.
Wide open.
Got him wide open.
They
nice.
Had a slot to the right side. He really had
nice
2 options.
Throw by Ben.
Yeah, real nice job. He had 2 options. They ran a smash. Yep, they ran a smash route that time, and outside receiver ran.
That was Avery Cody, Bill.
And,
Avery Cody.
Right. And Cody ran that corner route behind him. He had options on both, and obviously when you score a touchdown, you pick the right option.
Okay, they're going to go for 2. It looks like coach is signaling 2.
Yeah, they're going to try to make up those points they missed earlier, being down by 2 at this point.
There's a lot of controversy. Whether are you going to chase the numbers right now, chase the points, or just going to go for an extra point? But like you said, maybe we have a new kicker.
Yeah, there's a lot more at play at high school versus pros. And, there's more points typically, and they utilize time more effectively and efficiently at the pro and college level. They can make up a lot of ground in a short period of time than you can in high school. So high school coaches tend to chase points earlier than at the higher levels.
Man up at top.
Okay, Park is going to roll. He found somebody wide open to his left side, and he gets to 2. I couldn't see
again. That's Cody, Avery Cody again.
Nice.
They had Liam up top 1-on-1. He came back. He was rolling to his left side anyway, and found Avery wide open. So, hey, we're back even.
It's nice to see getting multiple people involved today, catching balls. I know Avery hasn't had as many opportunities this year, and at times it looks like maybe he's not moving. But by at least according to all counts, on the track, he is the kids say he's the fastest kid on the team. And so it's nice to be able to utilize some some of that skill out there and that speed today to lead to some points for St. Clair.
I don't know if Braden Schulk's been back, Bill, since we saw him hobble off. So maybe Avery's getting more playing time.
Well, I think actually, and I could be wrong. I think Avery was in the slot on that though, so Schulk might have been still been the
wideout.
Yeah, he's because Braden usually is the split end to the Saints' left side, and I think that was the kid in the slot on that play. Nonetheless, here we go. It's 14-14, just early into the second quarter, only 46 seconds into it, and Saints have answered the bell. And so we're back to 14-14, or as coaches say, 0-0 score. Marysville look like they're looking for some type of a short kick. They have 9 guys up front between the first 10 yards, and they kick it deep.
Get to the 20-yard line.
Outside the hash. And it's a nice run back. He gets hit, but he breaks slides through the first tackle, but still enough for Saints there to rally and bring him down to about, it looks like, maybe the 33-yard line?
Aiden Rulo's number 76 looks like he made the tackle. That was a much better kick. At least we're starting our defense on the Marysville side of the 50.
So the ball's at the left hash on the 33-yard line as Marysville takes over. And again, they have a flanker out to the right. This time with just a traditional wing T look to give to the fullback this time and fake that off-tackle play. And really the Saints were in position for both that time. A gain of maybe 2 to make it 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job by 32. Josh Phillips on that one looked like.
Josh is one of those kids that for a defensive tackle, you'd say he's a little undersized, but what he may lack in physical size, he's got a huge heart, and he's a very aggressive kid that just loves the game. This time they give again, and the kid actually looked like they were going to make the tackle and thought he didn't have the ball.
Get him.
Brought down from behind by Peyton Ellis. Did a nice job running him down, but not only run him down, but had a nice, almost like an old Lawrence Taylor tomahawk chop.
He tried to come from behind and chop that ball, didn't he, Bill?
He did, and give Sakuchi credit for holding on to that because that was easily could have been fumbled. In the backfield, it looked like the Saints were going to make the tackle, but it looked like he didn't think he had the ball and let him go. So Sakuchi gets another big gain, and now Marysville is knocking on the door again down at the 17-yard line.
Let's hope Peyton Ellis' effort pays off. We need a turnover here.
Give the ball to the fullback, but the ball looked like it was fumbled on the mesh. It's still on the ground. I think St. Clair has the ball.
We did get it.
Yep, they were given that time the ball to the fullback, and almost either he didn't think he was getting it, or he certainly didn't get it cleanly. He was looking for the ball instantly after the mesh.
Hey, if we run that replay back, Bill, I think I said let's get a turnover here.
I believe so, and if you didn't say it out loud,
we're saying it right now.
Okay.
Nice job. I don't know. I didn't catch who recovered it, but good for the Saints.
So that's a big play, even though they're deep in their own territory with the ball at the 10-yard line. It sure beats giving up 6 points. So St. Clair takes over at the 10. Again, they come out in a pro formation gun, or really a pistol. And full back to the right of the quarterback. He dropped back. Looks like he's got a screen set up. It was well diagnosed. But
nice way to get away.
Super job of the running back. I think that was, again, Peyton Ellis did a great job in the back because at the 5-yard line they had a shot at him, and again around the 8-yard line, and he slipped both tackles and advanced the ball out to looks like about the 33-yard line, or 34-yard line. Good call, Steve.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a screen, but it looks like our guard and tackle didn't get out there. And you're right, Peyton did a great job slipping through those 2 tackles. That's a big gain, get out of the hole.
And that's one of those plays where the offensive players and fans are saying what a great play, great run, and the defensive fans and players are saying, we should have had him. Yep. Nonetheless, the results are the results. Saints have slot to the left. They're going to take it to the air again. He's under pressure. He flips it off this time, out to the back. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Marysville did a great job of getting pressure right off the bat and didn't give Farkas much time.
Brandon Lees looked like the one that was out there to make that tackle.
Yeah, they flipped it out to Jack Wiegand, it looked like, and he made a nice catch and did all he could just to get back close to the line of scrimmage. But it was a nice defensive play by Marysville and brings up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, it looks like we've been having some success running the ball, passing the ball. So maybe if we have some more success, they can open up the run a little bit versus running the ball and open up the pass.
Yeah, it's kind of a contrast in two styles here. We Marysville running the ball, probably mix it in with the pass, and St. Clair's kind of doing the opposite here. Man in motion, really for it to become a lead blocker. Nice cut there, but geez, Pete's a really nice fill. And I couldn't see, was that 72 coming out and stepping up? Was that Colton Crawford?
Could have been.
Couldn't tell. Looked like he had a crease like we saw earlier, but it was a super nice play in the hole to make it 3rd and whether it's a 3rd and short like 8 or 3rd and a really long 7. Nonetheless,
we got to get a big chunk here, first down, or at least get it close to the first down, and Coach Bishop's going to make a decision whether he's going to go for it or punt. But even a punt will help change the position on the field a little bit.
That first down play made a huge difference.
For sure.
All right, this time St. Clair has a slot to the right. Farkas is back to throw. He's got some time. It looked like there was some time either miscommunication on the routes or he just had to throw it early, but that was very dangerous looking for a
well
minute
covered.
there.
A lot of Marysville defensive backs, but to tell you, we got to give some credit to St. Clair's offensive line, Bill. They've done a nice job giving Ben some pass protection and giving him time to look over the field. That time, really for the first time, he didn't have anybody open.
Yeah, and like you said, and that was an obvious passing down to give him time. The offensive line did a super nice job, but it's going to nonetheless. It's the 4th down and 8, and the Saints are going to punt. Even though you always want to result in multiple first downs and/or scores, I would still say it's what you call a successful drive, only because they started inside their own 10, and the ball gets punted out of bounds. It's going to be marked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
Marysville's own 46. We got 7:50 here. We got to try to get 3 plays and out here. Get back. St. Clair's really had a hard time with field position. Even with the first play of the game, we were still back in our 20-yard line. We haven't won the field position battle yet. Marysville's been in better field position than us offensively coming out.
And that goes back to the old adage that there's 3 phases to the game, and that is one phase that Marysville is definitely winning so far, and that is the kicking game with punting and kicking off. They give the first back again this time. It's Sakuchi from the halfback position, and picks up 4 on a quick dive over the left side to make it 2nd and 6.
Looks like Larry Winarski's made the tackle on that one. Hope I'm saying his name correctly.
Oh, no, that's Warziniak?
Warziniak. Sorry, Larry Warziniak. He filled that hole in that fullback dive.
I tell you, between the tackles, Larry's very, very active and, as I said, very violent on his tackles. This time they go to their second back through. That's number 23, Corbin Scheffler, and he breaks through down for a nice gain inside the 40-yard line down to about the 34, where the Vikings will have a 1st and 10.
Peyton Ellis made that tackle again. They're getting to our secondary, and if our secondary is making tackles, we're in trouble. Marysville's done a nice job. Now they're going to the weak side, running the ball instead of the off tackle to the strong side.
Going right back to the play that they bounced earlier. The defensive end did a nice job that time.
Nice job
of not only taking on the blocker and causing the back to bounce it. That's Avery Cody, but then also making the tackle.
Yeah, that was a little counter with the wing on the weak side coming back. Still leading with 61 to tackle, and
that was just Sarkucci again. The play they've worked over and over again.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10 here. Haven't seen him really throw too much. Not seeing Marysville play all year. They're certainly a run-dominated team. Trying to get us a jump.
Yeah.
Good discipline by the Saints defense, not jumping on that.
That's one of the few times we've seen Marysville in a double tight as well, that time with no flank, with no split end. Looked like an unbalanced but like you said, trying to get them to draw the Saints off sides, and they're disciplined Wasn't having anything to do with it.
Looking at the football score, no score for Marine City right now.
Is your phone in real time? I know sometimes those satellites are spinning for a while.
Yeah, we're not. It hasn't refreshed in a while.
So far, Steve, I tell you, this has been a very competitive, very clean game. We haven't had a lot of penalties. We've had the turnover, but for the most part, it's been a pretty clean game.
Have we had a penalty? I don't know if we've had a penalty.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we have, out of my recollection.
One turnover, and both offenses have been somewhat effective, and both defense the same way. So I agree with you, Bill. We got to get this last 6 minutes, get the ball back.
Although I do suspect both defensive coordinators would disagree that the defensive have been effective. They got their wide open, and he just a little short, and he didn't reach out back enough to get that ball. He needed to really plant that foot and wait for the ball to get back to the ball.
And that's a Marysville play we were talking about early in the first quarter, that typical boot action, double fake, and then boot the quarterback and get the tight end deep on a flag pattern.
And then the backside tight end was on that drag, and really just like on St. Clair's touchdown earlier, he had two options. He could have gone underneath for the first down, which the tight end was open, or the over top deep route for the touchdown. And he opted for the touchdown, and for Marysville, unfortunately, wasn't able to come up with it.
I think Saints got to be ready for either pass or run on this now. Marysville's proven they're not afraid to run on long downs.
Well, they're really going heavy to their left, and they're going to run behind that. Fullback bounces to the outside where they had extra blockers at the point of attack.
I think he's going to be short, but we'll see what Coach Myers wants to do. He's got a decision
I suspect that play was designed to either get the first down or allow them to go after it for fourth down. That was let's get at least 4 yards on this play type of play.
And which is what they did. So I agree with you. I think they're gonna go for it.
So I'm bringing about 4th and 4.
And again, they have nothing to lose. Even if they don't make it, they got us buried deep in our 25-yard line, 30-yard line, and if they make it, then they can continue their offensive drive.
Yeah, the punt, unless their punter's really good at dropping it inside the 5, the punt is a moot point. It could essentially be a 7-yard punt if he punts it in the end zone. So you're definitely going to go for it here.
They're going to run it off tackle.
They're going to give the fullback off. Breaks 2 or 3 tackles, cuts back to the middle, and scampers into the end zone. That's number 23, Corbin Scheffler. Again, they've run this play a couple of times. Just fullback leading behind that wing back. It looked like they had a chance early on, but he made a nice cut, slipped an arm tackle, and then was able to find the end zone.
Yeah, Sakuchi leads with the tailback, leads up the hole between the guard and tackle, and gives it to the fullback. And again, that's 29-yard run there on the 4th down and 4. And Saints are unable to shut it down, even though I think we had an arm on them.
And that is kind of the story so far, is Marysville on those key 3rd downs, not only getting first downs, but they've run off some long ones. That's going to be offsides by the Saints. The guy come off maybe about 2 steps early off the edge.
We just jinxed him talking about no penalties in the game so far. But, hey, that's worth – unless they go for 2 here.
They may go for 2. Now looks like they're shuffling some other people
looks like they brought their offense back on.
And again, this is high school, so as soon as the defender breaks that plane, it's a dead ball.
Automatic.
They don't have the option of deciding if they want. It was already a dead ball prior to the kid kicking.
This isn't a bad call by Coach Myers, because the Saints really haven't stopped them too much, in a 2-pointer and
it does look like
yard and a half.
It does look like they've found at least 1 or 2 plays that they can almost hang their hat on gaining 3 yards at least. So it's a smart play, I would agree with, by Coach Meyer.
Yeah. They're going to keep the ball in the middle of the field. They do have an option of putting the ball on a hash if they want to, but it looks like they're going to keep the ball in the middle of the field.
Now, seeing Hunter Likens go back to Coach Meyer or their offensive coordinator for a moment, I'm just wondering, are they losing some clock here? But I haven't seen the official's hand up.
They got 18 seconds.
Oh, the play clocks are working today. Okay, they're going to give it again.
Same play.
To Corbin Scheffler off the left off tackle on the left side, and he goes in untouched. So the penalty does wind up hurting St. Clair that time and gives the Vikings an 8-point lead, making it 22-14 with 5:16 left to go in the half. Well, as they've done so far in the first half, St. Clair has answered the scores, so that's, I'm sure, what they're looking for right now is to answer that score.
Well, we got plenty of time, and unfortunately that's what the Saints offense has been doing all night, is answering Marysville's offensive scores. So let's see if we can do it again. We got plenty of time. We got 2 timeouts.
And as much as the St. Clair has been, throwing the ball and putting the ball in the air today, it's not like they're a team that's been getting 3 yards a pop on the ground. Going to the field in 5 minutes is very doable for a team that throws the ball fairly effectively today. We see Marysville finally break their kickoff huddle.
Last time they kicked it short to Avery Cody, number 16 for the Saints.
And this time it looked like it meant to be just a squib,
but
it hit a St. Clair kid, and he didn't go back to it.
Yeah, I think the Saints got it.
I don't think they did. I think
number 6
recovered it.
6 for Marysville.
Marysville recovered it.
Ben LaValle, again, he's been the defensive back that's come up making some hits on our running backs.
And again, the way they approached that, it didn't look like it was necessarily intentional onside. It was maybe a hard squib, but it hit the kid up front, it looked like. And kid, he probably doesn't practice that much and didn't think about turning around and chasing the ball, because when the ball hits you up front, you better be in retreat looking for the ball. And so the ball found a dead spot in between the front line and the next group of Saints, and Marysville recovers.
Yeah, you got to be ready for what we've seen all game long. The kickoffs have been questionable for both teams, and you got to be ready. And unfortunately, the Saints weren't ready on that one.
Marysville has a slot to their right side this time. They're going to give it to Sakuchi again on that off-tackle play. He breaks a tackle, scampers again for about 12 yards.
Looks like he's got enough.
It's going to make it first down now inside the 30 at about the 20, just about the 25-yard line. Got 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That's about the last thing, if you're on the Saints sideline, that you wanted to see happen.
Yeah, it's tough for the offense, and the defense just been out there for that long drive and that 2-point conversion, and now to have that turnover on the kickoff. It's tough for the defense. We got a lot of guys going both ways too, Bill. So
it's like Marysville looks like they were actually unbalanced to their right, but they give to the left side. And that sometimes, as you know, is a nice ploy, because you shift the whole defense towards the strong side, and there's fewer guys that you have to block at the point of attack to the weak side. And that worked effectively that time for Marysville for a 6-yard gain down to the 19-yard line.
They got everything working right now on offense. Saints got to try to get out of this and regroup in halftime. Like I said, it's a cool night. A lot of guys have been going both ways all year, so I'm sure we're used to it. But when you're running the ball, it takes more physical toll on your defensive line.
It does, and late in the second, late in the fourth quarter, that's when the mistakes start happening, whether it's the penalties or not catching those key plays, because your mind gives up more than your body does.
There's a nice play.
Yeah, that time they were ready for it.
Cooper Pennywell, defensive tackle.
Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 2. Again, I'm sure, obviously, it's 2-down territory, but after they're making that nice play, at least it gives the defense another chance and maybe puts a little question in the mind of the offensive play caller for Marysville.
Yeah, I think if I was Coach Myers, I'd go back to their left side where they've had some success.
Yeah, run Scheffler behind.
Lead Scucci up the middle and give it to the full, which is what they did right there. Nice play. Get a nice job.
Is that Bryce G?
That Bryce G.
Bryce
G, just like his dad used to do and his uncle for me. Nice play by Bryce G.
Yeah, making plays in the backfield. But that's huge play for the defense, because it was 3rd and 2, and now brings up a 4th and 4. Much more difficult conversion here for Marysville.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Tapman sent him on a blitz or not. I didn't see that, Bill, but he certainly got in there quick. And if he did blitz, that was a nice call by Coach Tapman. Marysville's in no hurry. Just burning clock.
Yeah,
right now.
They don't want to, because if they have plenty of time to score, they get the first down. They still have plenty of time, and if they don't get the first down, they don't want to leave any extra time for St. Clair to get back and score.
And they have two. And
they just
looks like they burned a
timeout.
timeout. Gives them one. All right.
They didn't need that timeout anyway, so it's probably a good decision to use as much clock as possible and then talk about a little bit what they think they can do.
Yep.
Coach, I know you got down there before the game. Coach Meyer, as head coach, does he call the offensive plays? Do you know, or do they have somebody else making the calls?
I don't really know actually. Who does? Good to see. I know I've known Ed Ratsky. He's a retired teacher. He's been coaching for a long time. I coached with his brother, who came up from Texas when I first got the job in Carlsville, Lexington. His brother, Ed, came up from Texas and spent 2 years coaching Carlsville Lex as a head coach, and then I took over, and Ed's been coaching Marysville for a long, long time. So I did talk to him. It was good to see him. Coach Vigna's here tonight.
Give him a shout out. It's great to see him. He's can we talk about some of the tradition that they have at Marysville and the identity that they've created on both sides of the ball, and we all know Coach Vigna is a big part and a big stamp of what they've been able to accomplish for so many years.
Him and Walt Braun started it.
Indeed.
He's always a good
man. A quick pitch this time to the wing side. He's stacked up a little bit, but he slips a tackle. There's a nice lead blocker. There is a flag, though, so that lead block may have been a hold. We're going to see what happens here, but the flag is in the area where we expect a hold.
Ryan Pettinger got him out of bounds, but let's hope we got a hold by maybe their tight end or wide receiver here. Help us out.
At least it seems to be a quicker conference.
Got a holding on White.
So that'll make it 4th and 14.
That's a big. Well, it's a spot foul, right? So it might be more than
it is a spot
11
foul,
or so, but nonetheless,
I think you still got to go for it. You got them pinned back.
Oh, I strongly suspect they will. Yeah,
they've ran the ball twice on 4th down and 12 and 4th down and maybe 11 or so, and have had good success. So they might come back with their patented boot.
I was going to say, come back to that, either the off tackle to Sakuchi or the boot pass off of that look.
We'll see how smart we are, Bill, or how dumb we are in a minute.
Well, I have a lot of people that can vouch for my stupidity, so any smartness is coming from between your ears tonight.
Anyway, this is a big play by the defense here. Nice job getting them to hold and then stiffening up here. Be great.
So it's winds up being a 4th and 13 where the hold was.
The question is, do they run the ball and run some clock, or they want to throw it and stop the clock if it's incomplete?
Well, either way, the clock's going to stop. Remember, on a change of possession.
That's true.
Change of possession, the clock will stop. So they can really run whatever they feel most comfortable doing here to convert. They have a deep back, a completely different look this time.
Maybe they're going to
looks like a quick kick because
they're going to do a little pooch punt
because Zach Wright is their kickoff kicker as well. So my guess is there's going to be a quick kick.
I'm not sure. What do you gain by that? A little pooch punt. I mean, you might stop in the 5, but
this was found.
No, it could be one of those deals, though. They
give that to Ken. That was found.
If they didn't have something they felt really, really comfortable with, confident in getting 13 yards, which is a tall order, there's nothing wrong with it. If you feel comfortable, you think better odds to pin them inside the 5 with a nice pooch punt versus getting 14 yards.
Okay, so you're going to say pooch punt. I'm going to say I would take the chance of passing it. Even if the Saints intercept it, it's going to be at the 10, 5, 15-yard line, and it's almost as good as a pooch punt.
No, I totally – what I would do is the same. I would be going for it, but when I'm saying that pass formation, the last formation, that was a different formation.
Yeah, it looked like a pooch punt.
0 was, 7 yards deep. That looked like it was going to be a punt.
But I tell the quarterback, go for it. Even if it's intercepted, it's a win for you.
Throw it where it's catchable, as long as it's not thrown in the flats where it's catchable, because that could be a pick 6. Looks like they're going to come some type of reverse, and they do. They have a counter play.
Saints got it covered.
Cooper Pennywell did a great job getting off of the block. He actually had the lead block, and he got off the block and still made the tackle for no gain. Absolutely outstanding. And not a bad call by Marysville, but St. Clair was ready, and their defensive end, you see Cooper come off the block by Scheffler and then makes the tackle.
Nice job.
For no gain. So Saints take over at the 27-yard line. with 2 minutes to go. So they still have a chance here with 2 timeouts left, effectively throwing the ball today. Yep. They're going to run a slot left this time. Nobody out wide, which is unusual for them. 2 backs in the backfield, perhaps to give a little protection as
Max
well as
protection.
They're going to keep the ball to Farkas. He makes a nice cut. He's going to get back out over top the 35 to about the 38. You know, they've run that a couple times this year. It's not really a read option, but what I call a ride option. It looks like he's going to maybe give or keep, but he winds up, it's a pull.
Well, against Lamphere, he had, I think it was like a 50-yard touchdown on that play. The only score we had against Lamphere was that quarterback keep.
Yeah,
he showed some good speed as well.
In that game, he had real good speed, and he usually finishes his run. You notice there he finished pulling a couple defenders for about 2 or 3 extra yards. So Saints take one of their last 2 timeouts. It's 2:11 left in the first half, and by all counts, again, that was a successful defensive stop there because, yes, Saints wanted the ball to start that drive as opposed to turn it over on the onside kick or muffed kick, but nonetheless, to hold Marysville to nothing and still have a chance to score before the half is a huge win for the Saints.
And if we can score, it is a huge win. But if we don't, we won the toss and we deferred, so we're going to get the ball back to start the third quarter. So no matter what we do here, ideally it would be a touchdown. Now we got only one timeout.
And you're right. If it winds up being a wash and both teams head into halftime with this score, it's actually Saints have gained the momentum heading into the locker room, knowing they have the ball to start the second half, making that big stop after making an error. Flipped out there, almost picked off. He had somebody, but it was a nice play there. Looked like number 20, looked like Mason Delore went up as high as he could to get his hands on it. And almost made the interception on his back.
I'd like to see Ben. I'd like to see Ben step into that pass a little more than being on his back heels backing up, because he did have an open guy, but that was a nice play by Delore as well.
And that's something I imagine, Coach, and you being an old quarterback coach yourself, things you see so quickly, but something that'd be rectified over time with some more reps, more confidence.
He's a sophomore. He's done a nice job leading this team all year, and throwing the ball well too.
Saints have a bunch to the left. Single wide out the other way. Comes back over the middle. Pennywell juggles it, but he makes the catch for about a 3-4 yard gain. They're going to have to hustle if they want to try to score.
Still running.
They only have one timeout left. I got to believe they're not going to use it here.
Just third down and 6.
Yeah, if they don't get they don't want to stop the clock yet, because if they can't get
Marysville has no timeouts, though, Bill. So
right,
we can burn a lot of clock. We're probably going to. We want to complete the pass, so we don't want to.
He's going up top. Looks like Cooper's somewhat behind, a step behind, but it was a tough pass, and he couldn't quite. He got a little to the outside of him, so winds up falling incomplete. Minute and a half left to go in the quarter. And now the Saints are looking to have a good punt. You know, they've had a couple of decent punts now. And I have seen Pennywell a couple of times really boom a good punt, as well as when they do their rugby-style punt with Ellis, sometimes gets a nice roll. So if they're going to have an effective punt, this is the time they need one.
And again, Marysville's not going to have any timeouts, so they're going to be in the 2-minute drill. But we do need to get a good punt and pin him back a little bit. It's too bad we couldn't at least complete that pass. Even if it was short, the clock would have still run. Now the clock stopped on that incomplete pass.
Plenty of time to punt. Looks like a decent punt off this time.
That
was
let
high,
it roll.
But he got
Let
a
it
nice
roll.
It's going to roll down inside the 10-yard line, where Nesbitt will down it at about the 6 to 7 yard line.
Marysville's probably going to just take a knee if I was Coach Myers.
I would think. Well, I don't know if they'll take a knee necessarily. We'll see what happens on first down.
Yeah, you can just run the ball.
They're going to run the ball clearly, though. They're not going to put it in the air. They're not going to do anything crazy.
Even the Saints one timeout, it's not going to benefit us defensively to use a timeout.
No.
Even though Coach Bishop may do that,
But as Marysville, as we've seen already, they've had run that off tackle play to the right side on Sakuchi with that lead guard, as well as the wing back or halfback lead to the left side and break some big plays. So they might just decide to run it and see if they get lucky and hit a crease.
Absolutely. Run your base offense and see if you can break one. They broke a couple already, and Saints got to be ready for that.
For the Saints, it's unfortunate for them. This is the first time they've got Marysville in bad field position, but they can't benefit from it. They're just going to take a knee, which I don't necessarily disagree with. I just thought they might try
agree
to run
with.
it.
I don't necessarily agree with. Why not run Sakuchi off tackle?
I would have, because I thought they had chances. But
You don't want a turnover.
They're satisfied taking the lead going into the half. But as we said moments ago, I think this is a nice momentum shift for St. Clair after stopping Marysville after that muffed kick and then flipping the field.
Yeah, Saints defense had to feel good. They've stopped them 2 out of the last 3 drives anyway. Force a fumble, and then that penalty helped us on downs or the last one. So we get the ball back to start the second half. That's going to be the end of the
half. It looks like
good high school football half right there, both offensively and defensively, both teams. And like we said, only one penalty.
And at the half, I know there's still seconds left, but it's 22-14, Marysville on top. I think we're going to take a break here to listen to our sponsors during the halftime show. This has been Steve Mott and Bill Nesbitt. Thanks for joining us for the first half. We'll see you in about 15 minutes real time.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
Thought about changing your job, finding a place to work that's close to home, a place that cares about you and your family? Well, Magna's hiring.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Riley. I'm the Human Resources Manager here at Magna Electric Vehicle Structures in St. Clair. Our team is growing fast, our facility is expanding, and we're looking to hire about 900 new team members. So if you're interested in opportunities in engineering, skilled trades, production operation, or any other position, you can go to magna.com/careers. That's magna.com/careers.
Hi, my name's Heath Osterbeck, and I've been selling Ford vehicles here in St. Clair County for 21 years. Since we've become a LaFontaine dealership, I feel the guest experience is getting better all the time. Whether it's ordering your vehicle online, having that brand new Ford delivered to your home or office, or imagine us picking up your vehicle for your service needs and getting it back home before your kids need to be picked up from school. That's the LaFontaine family deal. Come see me today or shop online at LaFontaineFordSt.Clair.com.